Hello friends, this is Ganesh. Hope you are doing good. And in this video, I'm going to explain about a driver program of SmartForm, how to call a SmartForm from a driver program, and how to pass a values from a driver program to SmartForms. So there are two places where you can write your own logic. One is driver program, normal SE38 program. Another one, you have a place in smart forms like initialization, subroutines, program lines. So there are some small editors where you can write your own code for your smart form to fulfill the business need. Okay. Along with that, so the communication happening between your driver program and your smart form is your function module parameters. As I explained in the last video as well, every smart form generates its own function module. So if any data to be transferred between your driver program and smart form, you have to use the import concept or the tables parameters. Okay. So either one of that you can able to send the data. It could be a variable or our carrier or a body of an internal table. So this is a very basic idea. And if you take a smart form, always there is a need of a dynamic data. Mostly we populate the data at the runtime, depends on the user input. Some requirement, especially for an address, where you can able to hard code the address number, address window, or a logo window. So logo window also you can enter the logo name, then it automatically display it. So some requirement, they have to make these areas to be more dynamic. So based on the user input, the address to be picked from the database table. So instead of hard coded, we need to pass a dynamic value to the address number field as well as the logo information. So dynamic logo. Very simple example is employee and employee photo, or student and student ID. So depends on the employee number, the photo to be picked in the smart form output in the final document. Okay. So those are the two areas which I'm going to cover along with the driver program concept as well. So how to pass a dynamic value to the address as well as the logo window. So here logo window is graphic window. So those are the two things we are going to see along with the driver program. Okay, let's get into the slide first. So driver program, there are two options to call your smart form. So to call a smart form, definitely you need a function module that is generated by your smart form. So once you execute a smart form from the smart form transaction, you'll get a system generated function module. So that is one way. This is fine to just test your or some temporary programs you're writing. I want to test a smart form from the driver program. Yes, this step is more than enough. Okay. And you have an option to test your smart form from SmartForm transaction itself. But sometimes maybe the data to be done or manipulated from outside of your smart form, then you have to send it. That case, really you need a driver program. But as per the standard, what you have to do is you have to use the function module SSF function module name to generate the function module of your smart form, because it's an auto-generated function module that differs between your development, quality, and production system. So whatever is generated in development, definitely it might or might not be available in quality and production. So it may occur a short dump while executing a driver program for that particular smart form. So that is the reason we are going to use the function module that receives your smart form name, and it generates the function module and send back the function module name back to your driver program. Then, and this is going to be held in a variable, the function module name. Then we are going to call, with the help of that variable, we are going to call the SmartForm function module. But before that, you have to call the function module by the hard-coded function, sorry. Yeah, you have to call the smart form by hard coding the generator function module. Then only you will get the import and export parameter. Then you replace the function module with the variable name. Anyway, I'll show you in the system as well. So this is the first step we are going to do. It's like how to call a smart form from your driver program. So probably most of the people aware of it, maybe who are new to smart form, this step would be very helpful. So another design which I'm going to show you today is dynamically populating the value from a driver program. And the first design is going to be the address detail. So last video I hard coded the address number. Now I'm going to pass the address number from my driver program. Then it will pick the address details dynamically in the SmartForms. Okay, so all this information, so I'm going to use an area called form interface in your SmartForms. If you want to communicate from your driver program to a SmartForm, definitely you need to access this form interface, input parameter, tables parameter, and exceptions. Export, normally we won't use it like SmartForm to driver program, but there is still an option, some requirement. Yes, I want something back to my driver program. You can use the export tab as well. So this is my first design. Second design is like this. If I enter the employee name, I want the employee photo to be based on the employee number, the employee photo to be picked and displayed in my SmartForm. And one more design is, suppose I want to display list of employees along with their photo. So that is the another design which I'm going to make it. It's very simple. We are going to keep a loop, and inside the loop we are going to keep whatever required for our requirement. Okay, so these are the three designs which you're going to see today. And if the logo or image is involved, definitely we have one more additional transaction to maintaining the image in the SAP server, that is SE78. I prefer or I refer the same functionalities already available in SAP is AL11. So what is AL11? To hold or to keep the for what is that files inside your SAP, right? So you have two places to keep the file. One is desktop, another one is inside the SAP. So inside SAP, if you want to keep any files, you have to go to AL11. AL11. Same thing, you have an option to keep your image. It could be a desktop or it could be a SAP server. So if you want to keep your image in a SAP server, definitely you have to use SE78 transaction to keep your files, like especially the image graphic files inside your SAP. Okay, because SmartForm is applicable or capable of getting the image only from the server, not from the desktop. So you have to keep all your photos or images, whatever is required for a SmartForm, inside your SAP server with the help of SE78 transaction. I will show that as well. Okay, that's it. Let's get into the system. So this is the system, and the SmartForm name as we go with data. I'm going to create it. If you want, you can copy from the existing SmartForm, same with the copy icon. So form attributes, interface, and global definitions, everything we have seen already. I have a page by default and I have one main window. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to get some data from a driver program. So how to call a SmartForm from a driver program. Okay. So let me have a few things over here. Okay, let me get some data from my driver program. So it's going to be a tables, IT, sales, and type. I have a table type, so I can say ZTT sales. So this table type is available in your data dictionary, because here you have a hierarchy. Suppose if you have a table type and global definition, that is not going to be used in form interface. Okay, so whatever type you are using, table type especially, that needs to be declared in a global, like in your dictionary level, then only you are able to use as a reference in your form interface concept. Okay, so here I'm going to get some sales details from my driver program and display it in my SmartForm. Very simple one. And I need a work area that needs to be created here. So here you can use types, or anyway I have a structure it's created in my data dictionary, so I'm using the same. Okay, I think I'm good with the names. Let me add to it type. Save it. Yeah, so I'm good with the structure and table type name, so there is no spelling mistake. So now it's ready. At least the data is going to come inside my SmartForm with the help of this IT sales that needs to be displayed. So here what I have to do is, this is an internal table that needs to be displayed as a loop. It's very simple in ABAP. If you want to display anything from an internal table, body of an internal table, you need a loop statement. In SmartForm also you need a loop statement. So right click, create a loop. I believe we have seen this in the last session as well. So flow logic loop, I'm creating a loop here, and so body of an internal table is sales and the work area is WA sales. Okay, so last time we have displayed, we have written a code or fill the internal table in the initialization of your global definition, but now we are going to getting from the driver program. So right click, so I need a text element is the base where you can display whatever you want. It can be a hard coded one or a value from a data medium, a variable, work area, whatever it is. And if it is a variable or work area, better use the line editor. So that is always best. So the format to read a value from a data medium is between the ampersands. So here my data medium is a work area hyphen. I believe I'm good with the names, and then sales VB type. Okay. That's it. So mine is ready, and form painter is also good because it's only one main window. It's occupied the entire page. I'm good with that. So there is no logo, address, nothing now. So let me activate it. So it's active now. So now you can execute, you'll get a function module. So that is the first step for me to call a function module from my driver program. Say what? Yeah, so 305 is required to call from my driver program. So let me open a driver program. So I see 38. So here, this is my driver program. So call the function module, which is generated from SmartForms. I copied already 305, end with continue. So this is fine until if you want to test in the development server, until before you move, you can go ahead with the testing with this. Okay. So here, mandatory parameter is sales to be passed from your driver program. Let me delete this and delete the rest of the things. So don't delete exception. For your testing, it's fine, but not the actual coding. So I need an internal table, IT sales type. I have the type. So it should be same because it's a function module rule. Whatever input parameter, the type should be same in your driver program as well. Otherwise, you'll get a dump. So here select VBLN VBTYP from VBAK into table at IT sales. IT sales. Okay, in name should not be same, so I can say I can give some different name here. Sales details. So here sales details dot check it. Okay, check it. Good. And activate it. So here I'm calling the function module with its name. It's hard coded one. It's fine because I'm not going to move this to the quality for some time. For my testing, I'm just going with this way. So this is option one. So you know about this LP01 is a common local device, but if in real time you will have a different device name, just check with your basis people or security people over there. Or you can give F4, you'll come to know what are the devices already configured in your system. So this is the one, because nothing much, right? I'm displaying my sales order number and the type. Okay, and it's printed not printed, it formed actually 570 because I didn't use any up to some rows. So it just take it's a wide open select query. So it just took all the data from EBAK table. So this is a way to call your SmartForm from a driver program. So another option to call a SmartForm is, so this is not the actual one. So you have to use SSF function module name. It's a function module which receives your SmartForm and give back the function module name. So function module name is 305. It's common. Once it's generated, it is common for all the time. Okay. So as is a function module name, continue. So here you have to give your form name. So my form name is, go back, ZGI data. Yeah, just copy this, paste it here. So I don't want these things now. Okay, so I need only function module name. I need a variable to receive the function module name. So LV function module name. Okay, done. And then this needs to be declared because on the flow declaration is not possible in the function module as of now. So I need this. Go back and declare it data function module name. Type this. Okay. Now copy this variable name and keep it here. So call function module. So once you move this to quality and production, whatever function module generates for this SmartForm, then is going to call that particular function module. Okay, so that is the idea of getting your execute your SmartForm with the help of a dynamic function modules. Okay, that's it. Output is same. And in the debugging mode, you can see the function model which generates for the SmartForm, the same thing. So execute and you'll get the sprint properties window and click print preview. Okay, it's taking all the records from VBAK table, so it takes some time. So here no change in the output. So now let me have a address window. So for that I need to add address window in my SmartForm first. So address window, probably I'm going to add it here, create address. Okay. And last time I hard coded some values, I believe this 49603. Okay, let's see how it's displayed. Then we'll change to a dynamic one. So okay, here it is. It's going to display here. Okay, activate. And in the meantime, let me have very limited data up to 20 rows. So it won't take much time for the execution. Activate it. Okay, so here this also got activated. So let me execute from my driver program. So here I'm not passing anything for the address. It's a hard-coded one, same like the previous one. So print review. Yeah, so some values it's taking from the table. So what I'm going to do is, let's have ADRC. Okay, so here we have some address number which has the proper address. Again, it's a training system, so we have very less data. So now if I give 24733, then I want this address of Brian Paulson address, and if it is 472, then by company to be displayed in my SmartForm. For that, I need to make that address field as dynamic. For that, let me go to SmartForm. So here I'm going to have a variable. It's not a declared. I have to declare. It's going to be the import parameter. So let me have add address, addr. Okay, so import parameter, maybe it's underscore. Yeah, the same thing. So ampersand im underscore addr ampersand. This is going to be a 10 characters. So make sure your variable is max of 8 characters. Then only you are able to accommodate in this field. Okay, and this is going to be received from my driver program. So this variable to be declared in my form interface. So go to form interface, and here these are the default one. I'm going to declare the variable type ADRNR. Okay, and you have an option called optional. If you feel sometimes it may give a value, sometimes it not, then keep this field as optional. Otherwise you have to give. So let me have as mandatory. So activate it, okay, save it and activate it. Done. Now go to the driver program. So here there is a change in your function module parameter. So function module is nothing but your SmartForm function module parameter. So if there is any change in your parameter, then you have to call the function module again. Okay, otherwise it won't refresh it, or manually you can add it. It's up to you, whichever is comfortable you can do it. So for that I have to call or execute my SmartForm, copy this, and okay, then change to your variable. Okay, so now you can able to see there is a mandatory import parameter. So let me delete all the commented ones, including exceptions. Okay, so address, here I'm hard coded, but in real time just add whatever address you want, maybe from the input screen or from your data you can add it. So the first address is going to be 27733. Okay, that's it. Activate it. Statement is not complete, probably missed the period. Yes. Activate it and execute. You will get a dynamic address. Still, okay, 1 second. Oops. Yeah. Otherwise, it should be in single quotes. If you're calling the function module by hard coded, it should be a single quotes. Otherwise, to the variable. Okay. Execute. So now it's Brian Paulson should come with the address field. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to change the address as 472. Then bike company is my target. So here I'm going to change this. Okay. Activate and execute it. Print review. Yeah, so by company. So this is a way where you can change the dynamic option in a SmartForm. So whenever there is a need of dynamic, always remember, okay, there is a data medium which carries the data to the particular window or particular component. So that is the way we have to achieve the dynamic. Okay. So now I'm going to make another SmartForm which is going to display the employee and employee image. So for the employee image, first you have to include it in a SAP level or SAP server. For that, you have to use a transaction called SE78. So SE78 is a place where you can upload your images. So graphics, let's take some time. Okay, so here I'm going to upload a bitmap images. So this particular transaction accepts the image with the format of bitmap. So it's not JPG. If it is JPG, we have to convert it into a bitmap and you can upload it. Okay. So another one is graphic import, and we have a function module. Normally, I got a requirement where there are a lot of images to be uploaded in SAP. So instead of going to SAP78, we normally did some programming with the help of function module. That also will help you to upload an image into a SAP78 transaction or into a SAP server. So here you can say graphic import, then it will open a pop-up window. I'm not able to show you that here. It's very simple. It will ask where your image is currently available in your desktop system, in your system actually, in which folder, and you have to choose the file. Then automatically it will come here and you can give a name on it. Okay, so I'll pass and then I'm going to import it. So here the previous window, we have to give the folder where your file and as well as the name. So the name which I given EMP4 because I already imported 3 images. Okay, so just that's it. And then if you want, go to the preview. to see the image whatever you uploaded it. So here I randomly choose some images, is not at all relevant to any person. So this is one of the image like in my EMP4, like that I have EMP1 2, okay, not this, EMP2 sprint review. So this is EMP2 and EMP3, this one, and EMP1, that cricket image. Okay, so this is the image which I uploaded, just a dummy one, EMP1 2 and 3, which I'm going to use it in my SmartForm. Okay, so I have uploaded it successfully. So now let me have a SmartForm. Yeah, maybe quickly we'll do a SmartForm here. Okay, so page main window. So inside a main window I need a graphic. Okay, and I need what you called text as well. So what is the employee number and then photo and then details, again you know how to do that. I want to do again and again over here. Okay, so now I'm going to receive only one value. One is for employee number, another one is for employee photo. So that is from driver program. So go to form interface and so imports employee number, type PRSNO, and employee photo. It's nothing but name. So here just a name. So type character 10 works. So because my image name is like EMP1 2 3, so not max of 5. Okay, so design level we are done, and here anyway this is going to be only one details I'm getting. It's not records, right? So what I can do is, instead of keeping inside the main window, maybe I can keep outside of that, because main window is going to be like employee details, right? So let me have a window here and drag and drop. This option is also available. Drag and drop the components between your windows or another different component. And graphic also, probably I might go after the window. So here it asks, do you want to keep the graphic window? It's a separate window inside the window or outside of it. So underneath or after the node. So I want after the node. Okay, so like this. So this is one window and this is one window, and main window doesn't have anything. Just for the reference, I can have a hard-coded text like main window. Okay, but you can have your own details, whatever is required. Go to, it should come, but sometimes it makes some time. Otherwise, the window MS Word should come. You can type whatever you want. So here I'm saying just main window, nothing big, no data. So here we are just looking for the dynamic logo. So that's what I want. I don't want to spend much time on here. So the first one is maybe the text. Inside the text, I'm going to display my employee number. So go to line editor and display the value with the help of a variable, form interface variable. It's IMEMP. So within ampersand IMEMP. Good. And then go to graphic window, and instead of giving the your image name, hard-coded name, normally if there's a hard-coder you have to give like this, EMP1. Instead of that, I'm going to give ampersand IM EMP photo. I believe I'm good with the names. Let's see. And object is graphics and ID is bitmap. So double click, and ID is bitmap. So out of 3 images, I have uploaded 1 in black and white and 2 in color. It's bitmap, and I prefer go with color image. Okay, so we are done almost. Just cross verify the names. IMEMP photo. Yeah, that's right. Activate it, save your form, and activate it. So now I need a new driver program which call the particular number. Okay, That is a mistake, spelling mistake, IEMP number. Okay, over here. So I need to call this SmartForm through a driver program where it supplies the employee number and employee photo name of the photo. So sometimes what you can do is you can keep the image name the same as your employee number, so the data manipulation is little less, so it's easy as well to maintain in the future reference. Means if any new employees added in the list, it's automatically pick their photo from your SAP image. Okay, we are good now. Let me have a program. So this is my program and I need a function module, the hard-coded one, to call the SmartForm. So let me have that. Yeah, this is the one. Execute. Yep. So it asks employee number and photo. That's fine. So now I'm going to copy this and call it from my program. 307. Okay. So two things to be passed: employee number and photo. So let me delete the rest of the things. Okay. So now I'm going to receive the employee number from input screen. Type ERSNO and I need a photo details, right? So data LV image name type character 10. Okay, so this is what I'm going to pass here. So P underscore Perner, and what is the image name of that employee? So this needs to be manipulated here. So this is simple logic, depends on your requirement. You can just do it how you want. Okay, so Perner equals. So before that, let me decide what are the Perner to be used for these three images. So here, so I have an image named as employee 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 4 for the corresponding image. Okay. So if the Perner is 1 and my image is going to be, image name is going to be employee 1. Else if Perner is 0000, okay, 2, image as excuse me, EMP2. Else if Perner is 4, LV image as EMP4. Else, so maybe I can say image is not uploaded, kind of. So that in that case I'm going to use EMP3. Okay, it's just simple data manipulations. Okay, we are good. Okay, now I'm just testing it, so I'm going to use the hard-coded function module, not the SSF one over here. Done and execute. 001, execute. P01, print review. So here it comes. Okay, I think the main window, okay, it's not properly designed, so everything is going to the corner. You might know aware of it. So let me quickly change the design using form painter. So everything over here. So let me minimize this and this one, and this is graphic window. 75. Okay, I won't. Okay, this one. Okay. What happened? graphic one. Yeah, it's not able to pick, so I manually moved it here. So left margin and top margin and width and height. Okay, what is the width and height? Width and height is fine. So left margin and top margin, so I can say 20. I'm sorry. So go to graphic here, it's 10. Okay, and left margin going to be 15. Yeah, it's moved over here. So top margin I go with 4. Okay, like this. So just play around, okay? Because it's going to be a bigger one, because my first image is a little bigger, so that is the reason. Okay, activate it. Okay, so no change in the program. I'm going to execute the program. And here it shows, okay, 001 and execute. Yes. Oh, okay. So the points to be noted here is there is a chance of generating a different function module for the same smart form even the version is not moved at to quality. Okay, so there are chances. So there are, like, if you save your function smart forms, they're saying yes, it able to generate the another function module. So but what I'm saying is, you don't worry about it until if you use SSF function module name to receive the generated one, receive the system generated function model at the runtime. So you don't worry about it. But if you're in a place, if you execute by hard-coded one, there is a chance of short dump. Let's see what is the generated one in my smart form. After I save changes, let me execute this. Oh, here it's 6. Okay, so for the dummy one, yes, you have to take care of it, or if you use SSF function model, you don't worry about it. Okay, so better I can go ahead with that because I have to do some more changes. So let me call the function module. This is a function module name, and then my smart form name, ZJIEMP. So because every time I have to change my function module over here, so instead let me have this one dynamically. So LVF name, function module name, LVF function module name, that needs to be declared. So get the reference. LV function module name. Type this. Okay, we are good now. So activate, then execute. 001 execute. So forget about whatever the function module. So now the system take care of the runtime and print review. So I'm expecting the pernor. Oh, here, okay, again the size is a little different. So forget about it. So this is my pernor and the window to be expanded that to accommodate the entire size of the pernor, and this is the image. So if you say 2, print review, it could be a green color image, I believe. Yeah, it's like it's green. And if you say employee 3, so 3, I didn't write any code. It's going to the else part and take the third one. It's an orange color image. Yes. Okay, so rest all again going to employee 1. That's what I just made a code. So here it is. So else part is going to be employee 3 always, and employee 4 is going to be EMP4. So EMP4 is nothing but the employee 1 image. Same image I have added in the employee 4 as well. So it's a cricket one. Print review. Yes. So rest of all like 3, it comes to anything. So like I didn't do any validation whether the burner is valid or not in my program. So 2, 3, 3, 4, it comes with the orange one. Okay, so this is a way dynamically you are able to populate the logo. And now a small change what I'm going to do is, suppose I want to list all the employee and the employee image. So what I have to do is you have to keep it in the internal table. Okay, so let's do a small change, my function module. So here I want this to be inside the main window, under the main window, and the text is also under the main window. Okay, so two things to be changed. One is I have to receive the internal table level. Okay, so IT, I can say employee details, type, I think I have something here, okay, EMP. Yes, I do. And it carries the employee number, employee name, and employee email. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now main window needs a loop, and before loop I need work area declaration, emp type sgstu emp, and then go here and loop is it emp details into waemp. So rest all similar like the address one. So go here and inside the text one I'm going to display the employee number, and graphics I'm going to display the employee image. It's just a field. So here instead of employee number, this is going to work area emp hyphen. One second. I just want to see this name of the fields. So it's burner and emp photo. O was missing. That's fine. PRNR. So go back and graphic. Also, there's a change. It's going to be WAEMP, then EMP and O is missing. Okay. EMP underscore PHOT. Okay, good. Then save it. So that's it. And these two coming inside the loop. So keep the text inside the loop. Yes. And keep the graphic also inside the loop. Under the node. Okay, so I want text to the first and graphic. Yeah. Okay. So inside main window, inside a loop, I'm going to have the employee number and graphic dynamically. So it's going to display all from my end, whatever it's coming from my driver program. So there is a small change in the driver program also, because we need to manipulate it, right? It's the same coding I'm going to manipulate inside the loop. So here data ITEMP type ZTT EMP. Okay, then select burner from PA0001 into table ITEMP and loop at ITEMP assigning field symbols FS EMP. So the same code I'm going to use it here. So for this, I don't want any parameter because it's going to be display all the kernel in the SmartForm. So EMP kernel is 1, then FS EMP photo is this one. Okay, so it's going to be the same. This is for 2 and this is for 4. And finally nothing behind that thing, then I got to go with employee photo EMP3. Okay, so let me have very few up to 10 rows. Okay, so there is a change in my SmartForm design, so I need to call it again. Let me execute it, get the function module, then go to my program, Control F6, give you a function module, call it. So now there are, okay, so employee number I didn't make as optional, that is the reason it's coming here. Delete. Okay, it's not the right way. 1 second. Go here and keep the unused, either delete or you can make it as optional. Okay, let me make it as optional. So I don't want to pass the data which is not at all used inside the SmartForm, right? So it's 6 only and I have to do it again. Delete, Control F6. Okay, so now you can see that is also optional. So I don't want to pass anything in the importing parameter as well as exporting. So I'm going to pass only ITEMP. That's it. Okay, hold on. So copy and paste it. Activate. Almost done. Let's see how it works. Execute. LP01 print preview. Probably take some time because it's load. Oh, all the images. That's fine. So 205. So these are not 1, 2. So that is the reason it just take the else image. It's a orange is also else image and it creates 7 pages. Let's see. Yeah, here it is 1. It comes here. Okay. So it's not properly organized. It's fine. So we are looking for the data. So for the image, the burner 1, the first one is EMP1, it's a cricket image. And if that is 2, yes, it's a green one. And 4, again, it's an orange one. Yeah, the main window I shrinked it, so you can just change. Okay, 4 is a cricket one, and third is the orange one. Okay, that's it. This is a way to populate the dynamic values from your driver program to a SmartForm, and we have seen the address as well as the logo, how we populate dynamically. Just play around, and if you have any doubt on this, please let me know. Thank you so much for your time. See you in the next video. Bye.